served on the Ohio World War I Centennial Committee and currently co-chairs the America 250 Ohio K-12 Education Committee. In 2020, Governor DeWine appointed Paul to serve on the State Board of Education. Paul was elected president of the State Board of Education in 2023 and re-elected president in January 2025. Would you please welcome to the podium, Paul LaRue.
Thank you. Good evening, Buckeye Boys Staters. I would like to wish you a happy Flag Day. On this date, in 1777, the Second Continental Congress officially approved the American flag. Next year will be the 250th of the American flag. 49 years ago, I was sitting in your seat. I was not sure about the upcoming week, but I knew it was a week I was not going to be baling hay. It was a lot more than that. I'm sure you think you're having a busy summer with sports, music, jobs, college visits. 83 years ago, a young man from Dayton, Ohio, was also between his junior and senior year of high school. Buddy Branch was drafted August 9th, 1943. Just over a year later, he was part of the Allied forces racing across France. Buddy Branch was part of the 761st Tank Battalion, which was one of the most decorated African-American battalions in World War II. Jackie Robinson was an officer in that storied battalion. On November 25th, 1944, Buddy was a recipient of a Bronze Star. His citation reads, Buddy Branch, Corporal, Infantry, Company B, 761st Tank Battalion, U.S. Army, for heroic achievement in action against the enemy on November 25th, 1944 in Honskirch, France. Corporal Branch, after having established covering fire for 17 walking casualties, voluntarily dismounted his tank and with utter disregard for his personal safety, distinguished himself by courageously, in the face of heavy enemy fire. Corporal Branch succeeded in inspecting 6 disabled tanks, aided in the removal and evacuation of 7 litter cases, carrying each one back approximately 300 yards to shelter, while enemy 88mm guns, mortars, machine guns, and snipers continued to fire upon the disabled column for a period of 4.5 hours. Corporal Branch's courage and devotion is an inspiration to all. Entered military service from Dayton, Ohio. That's between his junior and senior year. You never know when your country or your community will need you. Less than 3 weeks from now, our nation will celebrate its 250th birthday. The Declaration of Independence contains 1,320 words that changed our world. Those words created a nation have provided the opportunities you enjoy today. What to expect this week? This week, you're going to make new friends. Many of these friends you will reconnect with in college, career, or in the military. Some of these friendships will last a lifetime. There is a reason we talk about the Buckeye Boys State family. Earlier this spring, the America 250 Ohio and the American Legion Department of Ohio partnered on the America 250 Ohio History Bee at the State House. It was an overwhelming success. At the event, Ohio Speaker of the House Matt Huffman thanked the American Legion for sending him to Boys State. Speaker Huffman and I were talking, and we figured out we had both attended Boys State the same year. That connection is real. Take time this week for those friendships. Use your phones to document these friendships. I have 3 photos from my time at Boys State. One, my city when I was a delegate. One, my city when I was a counselor, and the counselor group photo. I am jealous of your ability to document your week. This week, you will hear great speakers. Honestly, I will likely be the worst speaker you will hear this week. You will hear from Ohio's Governor Mike DeWine and my mentor and senior Boys State counselor, Carmen Scott. Be an active and attentive listener. This week you're going to learn. One of the things that I think makes Buckeye Boys State amazing is it is hands-on. It is practical. After my mother passed away and we were cleaning out the farmhouse, don't think I'm from a family of hoarders, but we found my certificate from when I was a delegate in 1977. And it says, you have completed a course in practical government. And that's one of the greatest things about this, is it is hands-on. One of the best ways to learn things is by doing. And one of the things that you get, it's great to hear and be lectured and all that, but one of the great things this week, you are going to be doing government, and that's going to stick with you. You will have opportunities to learn from your counselors, from staff, from other Boy Staters. Be open to ideas, new and old. This week, you will have opportunities to develop your leadership skills. Leadership is a skill that requires repetition, just like in sports and music. Practice, practice, practice. Regardless of what position or job you have this week, you're practicing your leadership skills. When I was a delegate, I was a city councilman. It was the best. I wasn't president of the city council, but I remember going and working with the guys and coming up with ideas. That's that hands-on piece, and I think that's what makes this special. And I will put this program up against, yes, I'm biased, I will put this program up against any program in the country for that reason. This week, you're going to have fun. Take time to be in the moment. Enjoy all the opportunities this week will provide. Don't forget to smile and laugh. Remember, you are not baling hay. As young leaders, I would like to challenge you. This is what I call the 5-4-3-2-1 challenge. Try to accomplish at least one of these challenges, but I expect more. Challenge 5, friendships. Make 5 new friends this week. Friends you plan to stay in touch with long after Boys State ends. Challenge 4, education. Commit to learning 4 new things this week. And the true test of learning is taking this knowledge home and sharing it with your community, your school, your church, your American Legion post. Challenge 3, reflection and gratitude. Since 1775, 41 million United States service members have protected this nation, with 1.3 service members making the ultimate sacrifice. Take time this week to thank 3 American Legion members for helping make this week possible. Your thank you requires a firm handshake and direct eye contact. Hopefully, you have already thanked your local American Legion post. 2, showing up is half the battle. Listen attentively to all the speakers this week, and then take 2 items from this week's speakers back to your community and share that message. Challenge 1, leadership. Once home, take on a significant act of leadership. Run for class president. Organize a community blood drive. Leadership still matters. This week will be what you make it. When you look back at this week 50 years from now, it will be America's tricentennial. I hope you have great memories. Good luck, thanks, and have a great week.